Tonight, I thought that we would make the theme for our practice this idea of neutrality. So, um, you know, I've been finding lately that I've been following different people I've been kind of looking at people outside of the yoga tradition and kind of consuming wisdom from them in a way that I understand that what they are teaching is just another way to phrase a teaching that is very ingrained in the yoga tradition, but they perhaps use completely different language and it lands in a completely different way in my body and in my heart. And so it allows me to kind of create this bigger picture understanding of a yogic teaching just in a way that I never might have looked at it before. And so I follow a pretty out there girl called Elizabeth April on social media, and she made the comment that true self-mastery comes from neutrality, being able to stay in a place of neutrality. And, you know, I kind of have just been ruminating on this idea, and I watch, particularly, I think perhaps we've all seen a little bit of this at the moment, you know, comments on Facebook and different opinions on Facebook and, you know, joining conversations. I always kind of feel that I regret joining the conversation because then that polarity of right and wrong and, you know, this versus that comes out, and I feel myself get sucked into it, and I'm like, whoa. And so it's been a really good lesson that, you know, I observe it in myself, I observe it in other people, and it's been a really interesting lesson in this idea of neutrality, and it's made me go, I'm not going to comment on that. We'll come back to that conversation because we can do that in, you know, this social media context until I can come at it from a place of being neutral, until I'm not charged around whatever it is I'm saying, until I can sit in a place of equanimity. And so really this idea of neutrality is the path to self-mastery is really just the teaching of one of the four Brahmaviharas, the idea of being able to sit in this place of equanimity. But like I said, it lands in a completely different way. So I wanted to set that kind of ground for our class going in and just watch as things arise and, you know, let this be a practice on the mat, but also take this home with you and to work with you and whatever it is you're doing, and when you're talking or acting, when somebody says something to you, notice when something arises that brings up a charge and you are no longer in a place of neutrality. So you can still have an opinion about something, but is the energy of whether that person accepts your opinion or is able to converse with you around it, or whatever, you know, the situation may be, are you able to energetically sit in a place of neutrality while you may still be holding a vision for something to happen or, you know, for a point of view to be gotten across. So, and I feel like social media is such a really kind of easy example for us to all really kind of understand. So, to begin with, by way of kind of starting to slide into this practice, let's just start with our breath and be where we are. You know, observe the breath, start to deepen, bring the breath right down into the belly and have no desire to change it. So begin to cultivate this attitude of neutrality, of equanimity in regards to your breath and whatever is arising in your experience in this moment. So you can close your eyes. And see if you can start to settle down deeper into the body. Allow yourself to feel the way that you feel in this moment. Maybe you already notice that there are thoughts that are arising that may be limiting you in some way, that are kind of holding you bound in this moment. And they in themselves are a place where we are not sitting in a place of neutrality, but then often laid over the top of that, we have this kind of frustration at ourselves or resentment at ourselves for then not being able to let it go. So at least be neutral, at least be accepting to whatever is there. Even if whatever is there is not neutral. Just a few more breaths. Please bring your palms together at your heart center. And we'll share one Om to begin. All right, let's start on our hands and knees. Before we do move over, I just wanted to, one tool that I've been using in order to get back to this place of neutrality is to, because usually it's either about frustration with self or frustration with somebody else. It's either my fault or it's their fault, right? So it's just a little simple mantra that I've been applying that, again, I found by somebody else that's not in the yoga tradition, but this really helps energetically to get me into that place. And it's simply by saying the words internally, I completely love, accept, and forgive myself and anyone else who may be involved. You know, I got frustrated with a lady on the beach the other day and I found myself really bound in my thoughts by what happened, and it was nothing. And I was like, oh yeah, she, blah, 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 blah. Really stuck on it. And then I just had to be like, oh, I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. And I completely love, accept, and forgive her. Knowing that we're both coming from our own places, we're both imperfect, and that is totally okay. So it's a nice little practice to add to really bring you into a softer energetic frequency that can be helpful. So let's begin to move. We'll come over onto all fours. And let's bring the toes. Oh, I almost forgot. We're going to start with the toe stretch. So you almost got out of it. We'll come back onto the toes, spread the toes and curl over and sit back on the heels. So if I can feel that I haven't done this for a while, so if a toe stretch isn't available to you, Rob, I know that it might not be available to you, just sit with us here back on the heels for a few moments, okay? So we're going to spread the toes, but if it is, or if it's kind of maybe available, sit to your edge and we'll sit back, and this is a nice way to just watch how we might slide out of that energy energetic space of neutrality and equanimity. You know, maybe the person that you have to completely love, accept and forgive is me, or inviting you to sit with this. And obviously, because I'm demonstrating now, we won't be here as long. Can you let your breath take you into a deep place where you are okay? And release and come up. Ooh. Okay, so we'll come up onto the hands and knees. Inhale, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, round out through the spine. Inhale, shoulders roll open. Exhale, round out. You might like to add a little bit of kind of movement. I haven't moved a lot today, so you might like to just move. Take a couple of moments to just get into the spine, however you need to get into the spine. So whether that's up and down or round. Okay. All right, we'll come back to a neutral spine and we'll take the right leg back. And so you can, of course, stop anywhere along the way here. You don't have to keep coming. So you can stay with just the right leg out. You can possibly take the left arm forward. And then from there, if you like, you can inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll take two more. Good. Reach out. Really press out through the back leg. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll release and bring that leg down. Good. Let's take the other side. We'll reach the left leg back and then possibly reach the right arm forward. Good. And then you can inhale, extend. Exhale, hug the elbow and the knee towards one another. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, hug the elbow and knee. Inhale. Exhale, 3 more. Good. And release or hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Bring the hands back down. From there, spread your fingers. Get your connection to the ground really steadfast and strong. Try and drag the hands towards one another. Tuck your toes and reach back. Downward facing dog. You can bend the knees slightly, lift and spread the toes a little off the mat, and then press down through all 4 corners of the feet as you reach back through your hips. Relax the back of your neck. Breathe here, slow, deep breaths, and feel a sense of solidity and groundedness in the body. So you can, it's like you are steadfast in yourself, but without this sense of kind of digging your heels in to life and the circumstances around you. You can be grounded, yet not stubborn. Good. And then from there, we'll bring the right foot in. Inhale, raise the left leg up. As you exhale, step the left foot all the way through and lift the chest a little. Good. Inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, you can lift and spread the toes, bow forward over the front of your legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, extend and roll. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Lift the chest. Stay firm through your back leg. Try and drag the legs towards one another, but still hold a sense of softness within. So you're building strength, but there's a sweetness on the inside. We'll twist to the left. Reach the left arm all the way up. Good. From here, spiral the hand down, step forward, raise the leg behind you, extend forward through your chest. 3, 2, 1. From here, just place the right foot to the left side of your left foot. I had to think about that then. So you've got your right foot crossed over the front. We don't usually do this. So then from there, inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, bow over. Good. Press down evenly through the 4 corners of each foot. See if you can draw your left hip back slightly. Good, then from there, raise the right leg up, extend your chest, step the right foot back, inhale, sweep your arms up, exhale, bring them down, sweep the left leg all the way up, bend your left knee, take it over, press your floor away, so grounding through both hands and the right foot. And then straighten your leg and bring it down. Let's take a moment to feel both feet on the ground, both hands on the ground. You can lift and spread the toes a little bit and your knees reach back. Good, now from here, inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. And I think I've done the wrong one. Sweep the right one up. And exhale, step all the way through. Almost got it. Okay, pause for a moment. Lift your chest. And inhale, extend. You can draw the right hip back and in towards the midline at the same time. Exhale, extend and fold over the front leg. Let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back into the lunge, pause, And we'll twist to the right. Draw your right hip in. Take a couple of breaths. Twist a little deeper on each exhale. Bring your arm down. Step in, raise the left leg as you extend forward through the chest. And then we'll place the left leg on the outside of the right foot. So you've now got the right foot across the left. Inhale, lift your chest. Extend forward, so sides of the waist will lengthen back. As you exhale, fold forward. Let the breath deepen you. Have no desire to change what is, but simply be with it. If you notice, thoughts of I'm doing it wrong, or it's not good enough, or whatever it is, notice where these twinges arise, where you're really attached or averse to anything in your practice, in your day. Good. And then from there, reach the left leg back. Bring it all the way to the back of your mat. And inhale. Sweep your arms up. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog as you sweep the right leg up and take the right foot over towards the left. One more breath here. And then release. Bring both feet down. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, up. Inhale, curl up, your version of the back bend. So squeeze your elbows in. Exhale, downward facing. Okay. 3 breaths here. Look for the thoughts that arise throughout your practice and throughout your day that enslave you. Okay. Step forward. Examples may be, I could never do that. I'm not the type of person who could ever do that. Exhale, fold in. 2 more, inhale. Lift your chest, extend. Exhale, fold in. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your knees, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. All right, let's take this little crossover situation again. So take a moment to stand with both feet, pressing down into the ground. Feel your feet. Feel your energy low in your body. So what I'm really noticing is that if I'm in fight or flight, the energy is way up here in the body. If I am calm and grounded, I'm taking up more space in the lower parts of my body. So bring your attention further down into the feet. Feel your legs. Let's cross the left leg over the top of the right. Press down. Good. And we'll bring the arms up. Take a pistol grip. Press down through the right foot. And as you exhale, come over to your left. Keep pressing down evenly through both feet. As you inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, come over a little more deeply. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come up.
and release your hands down. Bring the other foot to cross over, and inhale, sweep your arms up. Take the pistol grip, press down through the left foot now, and as you exhale, come over to the right. Inhale, lift up and extend through the crown of your head. Hug in, exhale over. Stay neutral. What is your internal state as we go deeper into the pose? Good, and release, and bring your hands down. So it's not necessarily about the depth of the pose or where you get to. Just like success, it's not about where you get to, but what is the quality of your internal experience when you get there? If you're anxiety-ridden, even if you've gone so far, like how beneficial was that advancement in that area of your life? So let's come back to both feet on the ground, and we'll step the right foot back. Warrior one. Okay. Let's move through this sequence. Now you guys are all familiar with this sequence. This one where we do from Parsvottanasana into Warrior one. Legs nice and firm, that grounded energy. And we'll inhale, bring the arms up. And remember, you could just work with one arm. So that would be the right arm in this case, with our left arm forward. Or you can work with two. Inhale here. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, extend forward. Try and keep the arms in line with the ear. Fold all the way forward. Good. Bend the front knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, extend and fold. Bend the front knee, press down, inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, extend and fold. Bend, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Hold here 3 breaths. Draw your left hip back in towards the midline. Good. Bend the front knee. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior one, 3 breaths. Good, now from there, reach forward. So you're coming into Warrior 3. You could bring the hands to the heart or keep them extended. Pause on the back toe tip and lift the back leg up. 3 breaths. Good. Step that foot back, lift up, straighten your front leg, bring your left hand to the left hip. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach forward. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. As you exhale, twist. Continue to draw back through your left hip. Possibly take the left arm up to the sky. Good. Bring your left hand back to the hip. Step in and raise your back leg. Good. So we're in Pavarita Adho Chandrasana. Possibly take your left arm up. 3, 2, and 1. Now place your right foot back where it was before, around the outside of the left foot. Fold over your legs. Come back to neutral. So you know there is, for me in that sequence, there is an increasing amount of self-talk about how if I can do many more postures after that, holding that might get attached to how much I believe that to be true or not. And so the practice is to use my breath and the mind to just be with what is. Come back to equanimity and neutrality. Good. From there, you can bring the foot back out, bend the knees, come all the way up, and exhale, bring the hands down. So you know, here we can feel in the body very likely what it's like to be on one side of things, you know. There is this element of, you know, one-sided effect. So let's begin to even that out. We'll step the left foot back, right foot forward, bend the knee. Pause for a moment, get nice and grounded through your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, evenly spread the weight through all 4 corners of both feet. Inhale, exhale, sink deeper, firm your back leg. Now inhale, straighten the front leg. Remember, you can just do one arm here, which would be the left arm. Exhale, extend and fold. Bend, inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, extend and fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths here. Draw your left hip back. Good. Bend your front knee. Sweep up. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. Good. From here, reach forward. Pause. Come up onto the back toe tip. Raise the back leg. 3 breaths. Step the back foot back. Right hand to the hip. Left arm raises. As you exhale, extend. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right foot. You could use a block here. Draw your right hip back and twist. Good. Bring your hand to your hip. Step in. Pavrita, Adha Chandrasana. 3 breaths. Try not to be attached to the stories, whether they are right or wrong, they just are. Try not to converse with them. Bring your foot down. until you have lost the charge around the story. So the left foot comes to the outside of the right foot. We've got that crossed over forward fold here. Good. All right, let's release that crossed over bind. We'll release the hips a little, turn the toes out, bring the heels in, and come into your yogic squat. Press the elbows back against the knees, open through your chest. See if you can invite yourself to get more comfortable here. Good. All right. Turn the toes in. Lift the chest. Bring your hands to the hips. Press down and come up and ground down through your feet. So if you're anything like me, that sequence has released a lot of energy around this area. And so when we feel that energy rush in, it can really charge us up. So send it down. Move it down into your feet. Lift up through the crown of your head. Good. All right. So we'll take let's just take, we'll just take 3 normal sun salutations here. So you can take whichever variation of your back bend you'd like to move into. Pressing down through your feet, stand tall. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back, high plank, and lower. Inhale, curl up your version of the back bend. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We'll take just 3 breaths here. Good, step or jump towards the front. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back and lower. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, reach back. So the quality that we're really going for here is a gentle strength. You can stand in your truth, but not feel bound by any labels. You know, not feel stuck if you need to shed a skin or an identity or an opinion. Inhale. Exhale. One more. All right. Let's step the left foot forward. We will turn the toes around so that we're now facing the long edge of our mat. So hopefully that left you facing the right way to be able to see me. And we'll just get into the hips a little bit. So we'll turn the left toes out and we'll come into the hips here. Okay. We can inhale, open up a little bit. So we'll inhale, bring the right arm up to the sky. Draw your left hip in and underneath. Exhale, turn the toes in. Walk the hands over to the other side. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. You're sinking deep into the right hip. Exhale, we'll do a couple like that. Turn your toes in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. Good. Turn your toes in. Bring your peace fingers around your big toes. As you inhale, lift the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades and take your elbows out to the side. Stretch the crown of your head towards the floor. You can lift the sit bones up. Move the inner thigh bones or the inner thighs, the muscles of the inner thighs back behind you. And lift the sit bones up a little more. Good. All right. And from here, just come down onto the knees. We've got just a little bit of floor work to do before we come back up and do one or two more standing poses. So just be aware, we've got 2 balance poses to go before we come down to the floor for good. So let's bring the left leg out to the side, toes point straight ahead. Bring your left hand onto your thigh, externally rotate your right arm. Inhale, reach up. Ground down through your right knee, and as you exhale, come over to the left. See if you can be unattached to the form, the outer form of your posture, and be more conscious of the inner kind of attitude of your posture. You want the posture to be equanimous as opposed to forceful.
hands, release. We'll take the other side. Bring the left knee down. Take the right foot out to the side. Press down through the right foot. Externally rotate the left arm. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, over to the right. Keep grounding down through your left knee. So you are solid in your form. There is stability here, but there is not an inflexibility. You can feel yourself responsive to the information that is coming into you in every moment. Even if that means that you need to subtly move and adapt and let go of your previous form. Okay, and release. Beautiful. We're going to come down onto our back now. So this is where I'd love for you to have a strap. We're going to do a little bit of leg work. Take a moment. Let yourself be heavy on the floor. You know, even in those little ways that we might kind of be skipping out on this equanimity, you know, maybe sit down for a little rest, or you sit down for a cup of tea, you lay down in the midst of your yoga practice, and you're like, it's so sweet, I get to relax, I could stay here forever. And there's this clinging now to wanting to be here. You just want the yoga teacher to talk forever so you can just relax back. And perhaps then there's an aversion to moving into the next pose. See if you can let that go, or just simply observe where you are on that scale. Hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. We're not going to hold these too long because I'm going to get us back up. I want you guys to get too comfy on the ground. So we'll extend up through the right foot. Hold the strap or your tea towel or whatever you're using with both hands. Extend out through the left foot. So both legs are strong and steady here, but there is still an ability to, you know, you're movable, you're flexible. You are open to seeing each moment afresh. At any given moment, we are enslaved and kind of really beholden to these narratives that have been carrying our whole lives due to things that may have happened when we were younger. And they cause us to see each moment in a particular way, and somebody else with different stories would see it in a completely new way. Let's start to take the right leg out to the right. Turn the right heel up towards the ceiling and extend out through both feet. So watch out for those stories that hold you fixed. Around partners, around friends, family. Family's a good one. Ooh. We are usually so, locked in our narratives around family. Well, she is like that and she will never change. When she says that, I know what she means. And they don't know about me and what I mean or whatever it is. Family's a good one, but watch out for these places where we are not neutral whatsoever. and reach up. Okay. Release, lower down, let the leg relax. Now, the feeling that you get after that, just simple sequence through the legs, you watch the whole leg soften. And that really is that feeling of a return to neutrality after you've been holding on tight to a viewpoint or an opinion or an identity, whatever it might be. So let's get that on the other side. I might change so I can take it around. You can stay where you are unless you've got a wall by your side. Breathe. You can maybe, I don't know, this is I'm thinking on the fly here, feel the tension in your leg, feel where your hamstring might be tight. And imagine that that particular thread of muscle represents, an aspect of yourself or a belief or an opinion or an identity that you are attached to that is limiting you in some way. And see if you can send your breath there, but completely love and forgive and accept you and whoever might be involved. I'm going to create a little bit of space around that for that to somehow be different. I'm going to loosen my grip on that part of my life or that part of myself that I have held on to so tightly that you might not even be able to see at this point. Pick your left leg out to the left. And then bring the leg back up, release the strap, and let go. Bring it down and feel that softness. Those moments you're so frustrated with what is happening because it is not how you want it to be. And when you soften, that's that feeling. Okay. Hug your knees in. You can rock and roll a couple of times. Massage your back. Good. And then we'll come up. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're still coming up to standing. Just taking one more little posture here. Press your feet together. Stretch your knees wide. So press the feet against one another so that there is like an earthing against the soles of your feet so that you can feel an extension through the knees. And as you ground down through the sit bones, there's a similar type of extension through the crown of your head. And then we'll bring the peace fingers to the big toes. And you can just bring the heels up for a moment and pause there. Just realize I'm going to plug my battery in, so I'm going to disappear in a moment. And then possibly take the legs up and hold. So you guys are going to hold that on your own while I make sure I don't lose you. Be with your breath. Stay neutral. Good, we've got 2 more breaths here. Got out of that pretty well, didn't I? Good, and let's release. Work onto all fours. Tuck your toes, press up, downward facing dog. Did a lot of work grounding through the feet, but also lengthening through the back of the body and strengthening through the back of the body. Perhaps there is a greater sense of lightness here in your downward facing dog. And then from there, we'll step the feet in. Inhale, lift the chest, sweep your arms. Exhale, hands to your heart. Feel your feet. All right. So we've just got a balance pose to do now for our standing sequence. So take a moment to feel both feet on the ground. We are really shifting prana in the system. So feel it, there's a lot moving around the belly, lower back, legs, round and lift it down. You still want to feel that buoyancy through the chest though. It has to be an equal kind of moving down and rising up simultaneously. Right. We'll shift the weight into the left foot and hug the right knee into your chest. So you could use a wall for a little bit of balance here. And then from here, possibly peace fingers to the big toe, round down through that left leg and extend the right foot forward. Breathe. Possibly take the right leg out. 4. 3 breaths out to the side. My leg doesn't want to go out today. So you can always just work with the knee. And release. Bring the weight back down onto both feet evenly. So you come back to that middle point, that middle ground, like the pendulum. You know, it's got to go to one side, and then the other side will work and find balance in the center. Good, so we'll shift the weight into your right foot now. Hug your left knee in. And possibly take the peace fingers to the big toe and extend. And then take the leg down. It's because I can see myself in the camera.
Good, and release. Feel your feet back on the ground. All right. Let's make our way back down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest, extend. Exhale, fold in. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's come down onto our knees. We're going to take just a kind of strange little hip extension type situation, or kind of get into a weird place in the hips kind of situation. It doesn't have a name as far as I'm aware. What we're going to do is step the left knee in a couple of inches. So the left knee is now forward of the right knee. And then send the hips back. Try not to kind of bring the hips over to the left. So it's quite awkward. You're locking the hip a little. So it's uneven. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back. Try and keep the hips pointing back. You'll only be able to come so far. You bend the elbows out to the side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Try and move back in a straight line rather than stick the hips out to the left. Let's do one more. And exhale. Good. And then come back up. Walk the right knee in and take the left knee back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Good. And then let's release. We'll come over onto our back. You can lay down, soles of your feet together, knees wide, hands on your belly, or your heart, or one on each. Take a few breaths. It's so quiet here without you guys. I was going to say, not, in a bad way, not in a good way, I'm neutral, but I would love to have you guys back here. Okay, let's place the sole of the feet, the soles of both feet on the ground. And we'll bring our hands down by our side and take the hips up. We're just going to come straight into bridge pose here. So you can interlace the hands underneath your back. Press down through your feet. Ensure that the heels are directly underneath the knees. Firm the underside of your legs and keep lengthening the tailbone towards your knees. Good, and release. Come down, soles of your feet together, knees wide, or if you prefer, feet wide, knees together. Your choice. What does a space with no charge of grasping or aversion, of holding on to anything over, pushing something else away, what does that space feel like? That's what you're looking for within you. Let's take another back bend, so we'll press down through the feet. Lift on up. Bring the upper arms underneath your lower back. You could shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then press them down. You might also like to come up into the next variation, getting your hands underneath the hips. If you'd like to go further from here, toe heel the feet in a little closer, press down through the right foot and raise your left leg. And bring your left leg down, press down through the left leg, raise the right leg up. And release, come down, give your knees a squeeze. You might like to take the knees around in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Good. All right. So I'm going to move into shoulder stand. If you have blankets that you can practice with, set them up. If not, then you can work without, or you might prefer to just take legs up the wall. So you could have a bolster or block underneath the hips and just take the legs straight up or up against the wall. If you're bleeding, you might like just legs up the wall rather than coming into an inversion. I definitely recommend that. So we can set the blankets up with an edge. I like to roll my mat over to give myself a bit more grip through the elbows. I'll bring the shoulders down so that they're just back from the edge and the curve of my neck is over this little step. And then we can take the legs and bring them up and come into shoulder stand. So a nice way to get the hands in the right position, or the arms, is to take the feet wide, put the toes down on the floor if you can, and get the arms interlaced, get them to the lower back, and then bring the legs up. Good. Let's take the right leg down towards the floor. 3 breaths. And bring it up. Take the left leg down, 3 breaths. Having a bolster or something underneath the toes is a good way to bring the floor a little closer to you, particularly if the hamstrings are a little tight. Bring it up. Bring both toes down. Again, you could have a block or something underneath the toes there. Possibly bend the knees in either side of your ears. And then roll out one vertebra at a time. Good. Shift back. Off the edge of your blanket if you're on one. You could even just slide and roll that blanket underneath the shoulder blades for a little back bend to counter here. Press your feet down, or bend your knees, press your feet down and just lift the hips up. So all you're doing is engaging the back of the body after stretching it out in shoulder stand. Release. And we'll roll to one side, press up. If you've got the mat, roll up. If you've got the mat as it was, then there's no need to do so. And then, well, we're going to come into Shavasana very shortly, but we'll take a twist first. So you can lay back, hug your right knee into your chest. Take your right knee with your left hand across the left side of your body. Okay, let's release back. And we'll just shift the hips to the left. Extend your right leg, hug your left knee into the chest. And as you exhale, take the left knee across the right side of your body. Okay, and release. And now
I'll just invite you to settle in for Shavasana. So I won't join you for Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. We will come up and sit for a moment before we finish, so be aware that when I call you to come up to sit, we'll be staying there for a little while. Invite yourself to relax a little more deeply into the unknown. Into a space that holds all potentials. So that you are not meeting with even the slightest trace of the attitude that you know how things should be. And when things aren't that way, that they're wrong. See if instead you can meet the moment, any moment, not just this one, with a space of neutral curiosity. And you can, of course, have a vision or an intention for the way that you would like to see things unfold. But as you hold that vision, hold it loosely so that your energetic frequency on the inside is soft. And it's gentle. You welcome a sense of freedom. You know and you trust that you're free, regardless of what happens. You are okay. And things are as they are. Things are as they should be, however they are. So please begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. And stretch your arms and your legs. Roll to your right hand side. And slowly begin to press yourself up and find a comfortable seated position. As you settle the hips, solid anchor point, earthed and grounded. Let the spine be tall and long. So you find that neutral seat within you. You're not sitting forward or back or off to one side. I want you to feel that quality of neutrality within you. Calm. I want you to think of a habit that you have, perhaps a little ritual. You know, maybe it's just your morning cup of coffee. And, you know, something that you're quite attached to and that you feel like you might get a little testy if you didn't get it. That's why coffee is often a good one. Whatever it is, could be a job, could be anything. And I want you to see yourself going to do that thing, and for whatever reason, it's not available. See if you can hold this position of neutrality. It doesn't ruin your day. It doesn't affect things in the slightest. Now maybe think of something that might, you know, a place where you have a particular kind of routine. And something that could occur, you know, maybe it's just a partner calling you to pick something up that throws your whole day out and really disrupts this routine. Something you have to do that could potentially be seen as an added weight or a burden to your day. You might even begin to see the kind of cascade of frustration that's starting to unfurl, and catch yourself and realign yourself with neutrality. fault line a conversation. You were trying to get a point across. And the other person wasn't hearing you. And you start to feel that familiar feeling of contraction. And clinging to them being or doing or saying what you want them to say. Perhaps it's you're right, I'm wrong, whatever. And see if you can have that conversation in your mind's eye from a place of neutrality. Or perhaps you even say, I'm just going to walk away from this for a moment until I can come back from a more neutral place. Take a few more moments just to savor that quality within you. Remind yourself that it is always available. It may take a little bit of conscious awareness, but it is always available. And for those moments when we forget and we lapse back into that clinging or that pushing away or that fight against the moment, what we simply offer ourselves is, I love, I completely love, forgive and accept myself and anybody else who may be involved. Please bring your hands together at your heart center. We'll share one arm to finish. Deep breath in. Thank you. Om Shanti.